Hi, it's Rose Spinaki again, and I'm talking about my cultural identity, how it's been formulated. I'm going to read my notes. It's easier than trying to remember all of this. Starting with the geographical region that relates to my early life lived back in New York. When my father passed away when I was 13, my mom brought us to Southern California. However, due to her illness, we went back to Buffalo, New York. The courts actually sent us back, and I became very distant from my California relatives until 2011. And I now have reunited and experienced a very strong sense of healing and a strong sense of family on both coasts. My vocation as a paralegal allows me to have a really good job, and my training at Fuller to become an accredited chaplain has opened my eyes to living out God's call on my life to be a chaplain and to be a first responder, which is something I really look forward to being able to do. My social economic group has always been middle class, so I've leaned in the direction of educated friends and family, people with drive and ambition, people with goals. Uh, I don't do well around people that are not reliable. um, I didn't resume my own education until I was into my late 30s. I worked as a manicurist for probably about 15 years, and that allowed me to pursue a hobby and a love of my life, which is competitive ice skating, which I did for quite a while and did it successfully along with working. And that increased my confidence and my health tremendously. My health was very different when I was a teenager and formed much of my identity. I was about 100 pounds overweight, and I had dropped out of school to help my mom because she was so sick. I was very lonely, I was very isolated, I was very overwhelmed. Um, when I was 19 and we were orphaned, I took over caring for my brothers. However, I began to lose weight, and that increased my confidence. My health improved significantly. In the last 8 years, I've lost more weight. I've started running. I've started to take martial arts. I have my blue belt, MMA blue belt. I have been an assistant instructor. I had a car accident, so I had to stop that. But my confidence has really skyrocketed. My physical abilities have skyrocketed. Um, I see myself culturally as an athlete, someone who's physically fit, someone who's capable, strong, and it's translated into a lot of new opportunities. My faith tradition has been my biggest influence. I rededicated myself to Christ about a month after my mother passed away. We were orphaned. Calvary Chapel's Chuck and Kay Smith became very much surrogate parents as well as others in the church. They literally watched over us and helped us and gave me advice. A lot of people I'm still friends with today. Their impact on my life was incomprehensible. They were my parents. Chuck's teachings were my parents. I've seen God's guidance and provision in a deep, abiding, yet practical way that's never failed. At this point, um, the largest cultural influence on me has been my desire to heal and move forward from a lot of the issues related to being orphaned and seeing so much death and trauma at an early age, and that led me to Celebrate Recovery. Celebrate Recovery is a Christ centered 12-step program. I have gone through the program several times as a participant. I have been involved in leadership, leading other women through the program. Because of Celebrate Recovery, I reconnected with my East Coast family. Wonderful, wonderful family reunion. The Holy Spirit has worked through Celebrate Recovery and the people in Celebrate Recovery. I've been freed from compulsive overeating, freed from panic attacks, and I've learned a lot about codependency and healthy boundaries and healthy limits. I have wonderful friendships with people in Celebrate Recovery. I've begun to work in missions, which is giving me a whole new cultural identity. It's an area that I just find I have an absolute love and admiration for, and I see my life's direction changing again and being much more fluid in the sense of the direction of chaplaincy and for missions. My current vocation doesn't affect me a lot, um, except that my faith and my friends encourage me in a lot of ways. The strengths are that I am very well grounded, I'm very organized, I have huge attention to detail, I'm wise, I'm a good friend, I'm tender-hearted and compassionate, all of which help me both at work and my chaplaincy. My challenges are that I really long to do full-time chaplaincy, full-time ministry, but I'm not yet totally equipped, and work makes it hard to attend full-time to become totally credentialed. The biggest challenge is that my family is reluctant to let go of me in the role of their mom and to stand on their own 2 feet, something that I've learned I need to do so that I can have a healthier relationship with them and live a more fulfilled life for myself. So, in summation, my cultural identity is very much an amalgam of my past, of my present, and of my future, but hopefully in ways that are always God directed. I have seen God's hand on my life clearly and directly, and I look for that, I count on that, and I plan on that. Thank you.